Hey everyone, Chad here with another Pulse One Tech Talk. Thanks for joining. Super excited to have my friend Brian Helwig from MSP360. Brian's the CEO. Brian, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you very much for having us. I'm excited, Chad, to be a part of the Pulse One Tech Talk. This is going to be a great time.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about MSP360, and I hear there's some fun backstory.
Oh yeah, how we got the name. So I joined the team back in 2019, and at the time it was called Cloudberry Lab. A lot of people knew Cloudberry Lab. They knew it was a single point on-prem backup product as well as the SaaS product that was sort of up and coming. And we decided to go down the path of starting to trademark our name. And we got a great, cool little inbound phone call from a company called BlackBerry. And they said, "Hey, we don't like it when people try to trademark the name that has anything berry in it." And I said, "Really? I didn't realize you guys were still in business. I thought the iPhone took you out."
Mm-hmm.
They were not so happy that I said that. I wasn't making a joke. I really did. I haven't heard from BlackBerry since my last VP of sales and I had a bet that if he hit his quota, if by he said he was going to do 110% of his quota. I said if he's going to do 105, he said if he's short, he'll trade his BlackBerry out for an iPhone. And that was 6 years ago.
mm.
So in
Oh wow,
2018, yeah,
he
he
was
had it
still
for that
using it.
long. Yeah, yeah. And so
Wow.
he did just a little. It was like 109.895%. He's like, "You're kidding me," and I'm like, "You didn't hit it, dude. Here's your iPhone." Hey, but yeah, I mean, they instead of sitting down and kind of going to war with a company like BlackBerry over the name, we took a big step back and we said, what is it that we want to do? And so, well, we said, well, we really want to be able to offer a suite of products that's pretty easy for MSPs to consume, and we want them to be able to protect all their infrastructure. And so we started looking for a name and we settled on MSP360, Manage, Scale, Protect 360, all of your IT infrastructure. And from that, MSP360 was born. Pretty much the middle of 2020 is when everything was fully launched and the brand had converted.
Got it. Yeah, we've been a partner, I think, almost 10 years now. We're
Yeah,
early adopter of Cloudberry
yeah,
MSP 360.
that would have been 2014. The company had only been in business like maybe 3 or 4 years at that point. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing. It's amazing. You guys have been a great partner.
yeah. So tell me a little bit. You say you got some new stuff going on, and this BHAG. What's BHAG?
So we do. We have a couple of cool new things that we've been working on. So a BHAG is a big, hairy, audacious goal. And people ask, what's the BHAG or what's the purpose? And we actually say to be the number one MSP platform on the planet. Everybody goes, cool. And I'm like, great. What does that mean? Like, I don't know. And I said, well, it's actually really simple for us to articulate to the MSPs and partners like yourself is to provide basically cutting edge tools that gives you everything that you need to be able to manage, support, and protect your infrastructure by literally going, signing up, clicking next, 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 finish, done, deploy, and done.
Mm,
It's just automatic for you. The security principles are in place. The data protection best practices are in place out of the box. It's not a significant lift for you to configure. We give you the most flexibility to be able to store data where you feel it's best, whether it be on-prem in your customers' environments or whether it be, in a partner's ecosystem like Amazon or Wasabi or Backblaze or Google or Azure. We support all of them. We give you the ability to enable object locking to keep ransomware out and make sure that the data is fully protected. That also allows you to be compliant with your customer cybersecurity insurance policies right out of the box. And that's really the mission. That's the BHAG. We want to make it simple. We want to make it very, very easy, right? It's really hard to just be simple. It's really hard to make it so that an MSP not only says, "Hey, this was really easy. Can I trust it?" We want them to go like, "Hey, this was really easy. It works great. It just works." And that's what we're starting to hear more and more and more. As far as what's coming out and new for partners like yourself, We've really enhanced, and it's about ready to release here. This is a little premature, what's coming out, but we're about ready to release a new license management screen and some new integrations with PSAs that'll be up and coming. And both of those enhancements are really based off of the feedback that partners like yourself give us, that either one, that you need, or two, that your customers need. And so partners like Pulse One, who are kind of our larger organizations, they're really dedicated to helping us be successful by giving us honest feedback, what I call not our mom's feedback, right? You know, when you're a kid and you draw something on a piece of paper and your mom says, "Oh, wow, that's great. What's that?" And you're like, "A zebra." And she's like, "Looks awesome, zebra." And like you go back and look at it, you're like, "This doesn't even, it's not even the right colors," right? Now, we love it when partners like you not only are scaling your business using our products and services, but also you have the faith and the trust that if you're getting the mix of it, we're here to help, and that your data is going to be protected and your endpoints are going to be secure. But also at the same time, when you need something, we have a product board that's 100% public that allows MSPs to come in and say, "Hey, these are what's important to us." And then, of course, we have other conversations where I'm able to have, you know, a dialogue like this with a partner like yourself, which is always a great time. It's always a phenomenal time. So
Yeah. So you guys started out as a backup company.
yeah,
That's how we started with you, was
yeah,
backing up all of our servers, hundreds and hundreds of servers. We actually never had a bad restore ever with Cloudberry MSP360. So love it. And then now you've expanded to your RMM, remote
yeah.
monitor manage tool, and then cybersecurity within the
Yes.
RMM, right?
Yep, correct. And then we also have it's cybersecurity's that EPP EDR, endpoint protection, endpoint detection and response tool, is a partnership that we have with Deep Instinct. Their efficacy rate in the last Microsoft test was 99.8%. And, you know, as a comparison, a lot of the others like SentinelOne or CrowdStrike have efficacy rates below 90. And so, you know, Deep Instinct has just been a phenomenal partner. And then as well, we also have our Connect product, which allows for you to support your customers and allows for you to be able to get in and, you know, troubleshoot a backup or troubleshoot a restore or work with somebody that's having a hard time setting up Outlook, or maybe they deleted something they weren't supposed to. And you're teaching them how to do the one-click restore. I don't know, that's something that, you know, that we do, which lower right-hand side, the last 10 files that were deleted, you could grab one of those and bring it back, like the end user can,
Wow.
without having to log a ticket. So sometimes MSPs are just teaching them, "Hey, look, if this ever happens again, you don't have to log a ticket. You can go here and just go next." And they go, "Oh, that's neat," and it makes you look great, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't have to call you, and it makes things a little bit more efficient for you. And so those are the but those are just some of the features as the platform has evolved. And now the PSA integration that we're working on. First one was ConnectWise. We're really going to start to focus on more of an API a RESTful API that will allow for PSAs like Halo to be integrated.
Mm.
You know, anything on the Kaseya side, if somebody so wants to go in and sign that 3-year deal, they can do that.
It's
The
so
other thing
cheap
is,
though.
no, I know. The other thing is that a lot of our contracts for you guys are monthly. No, right? No contract. It's monthly. There's some incentives we have if you do a 1-year deal, but at the end of the day, a lot of MSPs like that flexibility. But whenever a business comes to us, let's say somebody out there says, "Hey, I found MSP360. I'd like to buy your product or service." We actually refer that lead. Well, first thing we ask is, do you have your own internal IT team? If they say, "Yes, we do. We manage all this on our own," we say, "Great. Here's our reseller that's in your area." Guys like CDW, GHA, IT1. We also just signed a big partnership with Climb as well. They're a big partner of ours. And then they go ahead and they transact that way. So that, you know, we're not allowed to buy direct from us anymore. That's a big change. In the case they say, "No, we don't," then we ask that MSP, we ask, "Hey, who's the MSP?" to see if they're already in our Rolodex, and more often than not, they are. And we reach out and say, "Hey, your customer is asking for the service." And so they go, "Oh," and then they go back and they sell MSP360. And then finally, if they ask for an MSP or ask for some help getting it implemented and an MSP involved, we then refer that business to an MSP in our portfolio that's in that particular state. And so that one doesn't come up all that often. Our last one was out of Florida, which was
Hmm.
kind of cool. It was a really small shop, and they called us and said, "Hey, our MSP left us. They gave us this software, but we don't know what to do." And we said, "Well, we've got about 10 of them." I said, "What's the requirement?" They said, "We want somebody local that can just walk in." I said, "Hey, here's like 10 of them. Your choice."
That's great. What a great
So
partner you are.
and well, without you guys, right? We wouldn't be where we are, and we have a strong alliance and allegiance to the channel, and we want to make sure that you guys are well taken care of.
Yeah, and you guys have done that. So any other MSPs listening to this, please reach out to MSP360. You won't be disappointed.
And actually, all of your, probably soon to be businesses, right? It's great, when you have a well-seasoned partner like you're in, well, actually, at the end of the day, right, when you have a well-seasoned partner like Pulse One that has that many systems and knows how to set it up, knows how to use it, knows how to automate it, knows how to make sure everything just works, knows how to make sure that they're leveraging the latest in data protection. That's where businesses, when they're out there, looking and they're listening to this podcast, they should sit down and say, "Hey, these guys know what they're doing." Here's the CEO of MSP360 sitting here saying, Pulse One not only knows what they do it every day, and they know how to leverage our solutions, and they're one of the best at it in our portfolio. So, I hope as other businesses are out looking, and you guys are global, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so I mean, as they're out looking for a partner that offers an MSP360 service, knows it, understands it, and knows how easy it is to use, but also makes it's a great value add for Pulse One to come in and just kind of handle everything else, right? Just outside of backups and monitoring, it's just one small sliver of everything that you guys do day in and day out.
Right.
And
Right.
so, I think that it just speaks volumes. Like your ticket volume with us, I took a look at it, it's like nil to nothing, right? I mean, and the setups are consistent, which is great because when they're not consistent, that's when tickets come up. And you
Right.
can tell that you're testing your backups and you're making sure that the data is there, which is also a big step in the right direction, right?
Right.
It gets builds a lot of credibility into the solution, a lot of credibility into the service that you offer.
Thanks. Yeah, we don't create any of the solutions. We're the people that are implementing and monitoring and working with the tool. So
Right.
we can't do a great job if we don't standardize on tools like MSP360. We fall apart. I think that
Yeah.
was good for now.
Awesome. It was
Thanks,
great,
Brian.
Chad.
Again, I
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
You as well.
All right.
Best of luck to you and the Pulse One team.
You too.